If you free yourself, and this is what we're all about here. Mark is going to come up now, and he's going to share a few things with him. And I guess we probably go to lunch around 11:30, I think it is, in a few minutes. So, Mark, you'd like to come and share a few minutes, and we'll see what time lunch is going to be.
All right, how you doing? Good, okay. Excuse me. I just got something right here, this book called, this little handbook called The Leader in the Process of Change. So I figured it applied because anybody that's trying to change becomes the leader of, you're the leader of yourself. So it should apply. It says, the leader often wants to know, what can I do when I see needed changes and others do not recognize the problem? Number 2, why is change such a frightening word to some people? Number 3 says, what can I do about resistance to change? Number 4 says, why won't people help with they needed change rather than fighting it in every inch of the way? And number 5 says, how can I work with other people to help bring about changes with less frustration and fighting? That's some nice questions. Me, personally, to me, change is it's a problem to me, honestly. I try to change every day. We all have hang-ups, we all have problems in life that lead us to do things. Right? I don't know why I do a lot of things, but I would like to change a lot of things. Where do you start? Where do you start the change? Me? I don't know. I try a lot of things. Some things, some people, I could say for me, I want to change so bad, it'd be a lot of things that I think look good to me, and I might fall into them, and they might not be for me, and then I back out. But I got so involved in it because a part of me wants to be different. And for those that don't know me, that's my dad, that's my mother. That's Mama Joe right there. That's my stepmom, but that's my mom. I'm a gang member. Been a gang member since I was 10 years old. Been a Christian, been to prison, been in the streets since I was young by choice, not by force. So I understand the walks of life that you women probably didn't have because my mom, I drug her out of dope houses, ran in dope houses with her, stole dope for her. I did it all. But at some point, we have to become a different person. And what I want to know is how you go about becoming a different person if you sit in ways that's not healthy to you. Me, I procrastinate a lot. I'm a procrastinator. So I know that's my enemy. So procrastination is an enemy for anybody that's trying to change, because you might have to do something that requires you to change, and you might have to meet this requirement, and you procrastinate on meeting it, or making a means of meeting this requirement, whatever you need to get this right, you procrastinate on getting that done. And then that one day turns into, like right now, right? Prime example, I'm supposed to do community service way back in 2010. I got the extension, and I've been running with the extension and got my license for the first time. Now, I go to court next month. I ain't getting no community service, no nothing. So that's my hang up. And that's what I'm saying. When it come time to change, some people be reluctant to change. Because I am. I'm stubborn, I'm hard-headed, got a bad attitude. Get mad quick. And my thing for everything is to, tear up everything. I ain't gotta change. The people around me need to change. Y'all the ones with the problem. That's what I be thinking. But then that's wrong. So it says social and science change. Practical experience tells us today's world is a world of rapid change. In less than 2 decades, modern technology has leaped from conventional to nuclear power, from pistons to jets, and has converted Earthman into spaceman. These changes create a new environment for people. And they say, damn later. The changed environment compels us to re-examine familiar in life and work, and to accept uncertainty when stability is most desired. I can't accept uncertainty. I can, but it's hard for me. And what I desire is stability. You know, I'm like that saying in the Bible where it say, don't be tossed to and fro like a wave. I'm here 1 minute, there the next minute. But you know, it's hard, man. I'm not gonna sit here and say it's hard. It's not hard. It's hard. But anybody can change if they put their mind to it. God is the key instrument to anything you do in life. And if I'm off, excuse me, but what I seen on the paper was change, and that's what really held to me, because I know that's what I need most in my life. You know, I need that most in my life. So you're gonna find people like Joe that's gonna help. You know, you're gonna find other people that might help. You might find a group that might help. Don't be stubborn and be like, all right, that group, I don't need that group to change. I can do it myself. It's a lot that we think we can do ourselves, but we can't. We can't. I've been homeless and everything in 32 years. Things that I never thought I'd be doing 32 years. But it's taking place, and it's real. And if I don't stop to slow down and fix it myself, ain't nobody else gonna fix it for me. Everybody else gonna keep going. And I'm gonna be stagnated, complacent with how I am, the street life, and even you get tired of that. Waking up every day living in a big old cage. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is to me. It's just nothing but a bigger prison yard. For me, and honestly, like, I'm so tore up in the head, I would prefer to be in prison now because it's so hard. Because my mom brought me up to where everything was hand-fed to me. He didn't give me everything. I had to work for what I wanted for him. It was too hard with him. I want to go away from him. When I'm around him, I'm act like I'm good. Because it's structure over here, it's discipline. I don't want that. I want to be free to do what I want to do. And when that's what made me like I am. It grew me up to where when I went to prison at 20, 21 years old, I went as a 9-year-old, 10-year-old kid in mentality, and then came back 29 as a 11-year-old kid. Now I'm 32, probably like 15 or something. Still learning. It's hard, but I get it. I got a lot of knowledge, but don't know how to apply it all in certain situations. Sometimes I know too much, you know, so I just, just wanted to share a little bit of my life with you guys. If I got off, I apologize. Joe asked me to speak, so he put me on front. Love y'all. Change is good. I'm working towards it. So whoever has changed, I commend you. And any pointers you can give, drop off, we accept them, I accept them, and I pass them on. Whoever, whatever walks in life y'all went through, y'all struggles, God be with y'all. It's gonna always get better. It's gonna always get better. Even when you think it's not.
It's not 11:30. I got a question for him. Grab the microphone, Mark. Yes, sir. You mentioned about the fact that you couldn't accept uncertainty in your life. Nobody wants to accept uncertainty in their life. You're on the right track, Mark. The thing about it, what you're going through, a lot of people that's a little older than you, some maybe younger than you, but for the most part, I think they're older than you here. Where you're at, and I say this with God involved with what I'm saying. You want to be there, and it takes just what you're going through. It takes mistakes, man, to rectify whatever you're going to become. Ain't nobody here on a one-time trip and got it right. It took numerous of times for me that I know for sure. And I don't know if I got it right now. I don't know if I'm going to be there tomorrow. I can't tell you I'm going to be sober tomorrow. That's honestly speaking. I can't tell you that. Just like Terry said, it's about a momentary thing. What you want right now is coming.
Right.
It'll come.
Not to cut you off, I can understand too what they say about when they was looking for something to anesthetize the pain. Feel me? To just cover that pain up. Well, I do that too. Like when I was growing up, as a gang member, when things wasn't going right, I would go shoot at people to get my frustration out. Then as I got older, I start, smoking weed. That didn't work. Then as far as alcoholism, I can understand how they would get a drink and it'll soothe them. Because I tell my boys, I'm more calmer when I'm drunk than I am when I'm not drunk. But that feeling that it brings over you is a feeling that calms you, and it allows you to, you be inside yourself, like, in a sense, or outside yourself, looking at yourself, and you like, so I understand that. Then, my thing really is cigarettes.
Me too.
Honestly, man, I got out of county jail and stopped smoking for 6 months. But it just, I be thinking them cigarettes calm me down, and it's a lie.
Yeah. Just one thing at a time, though. Deal with one thing at a time. Don't try to be the perfect person all at once.
Yeah.
It's hard.
But
I smoke too.
That's why I say I can really understand what they say when they say addicted to something, because it's like these things you think they helping you, but they not really helping you. They not. It's all a mind thing. It's in your mind. You fooling yourself.
Yeah, because I didn't think I could live without crack cocaine. I didn't think I could fall in love with anything else other than crack cocaine. I didn't think I could get my mind focused on anything else for any substantial amount of time other than crack cocaine. And believe me, it's a lie. It's a lie. But it took a process to get to the point to understand that. It just didn't happen overnight. You understand what I mean? It was a process, a slow process. It wasn't overnight. It wasn't real quick, instant cure. It's just a process. And I still have problems trying to be where I want to be. So, you're okay.
I don't be feeling okay, though.
I know you don't.
I'm tired of my process. Honestly, man, sometimes I think, get it all over with. You feel me? I'm just really being honest with you. That's how I think, but then I'm smart enough to know different.
It'll pass.
You see what I'm saying? But sometimes, bro, I just be like, I don't care. Just, let's get it over with.
That's all it is a product of anger, at your whole life. That's a product of you being angered at yourself. That's all it is, Mark.
Exactly. You hit it right, because it becomes a point where you be displeased with yourself.
Yeah.
And I don't like myself.
And I didn't like myself.
I'm starting to learn how to like myself,
Thank you.
but honestly, man, sometimes it get tough to be like, man, you know what?
That's part of the process.
Man, let me pick this thing up and just get it over with, but I know I'm more stronger than that.
And you know what the Bible says about the one that hangs, that not the one that gets there quickly and wins the race, it's the one that endures. And that means all affairs of your life, including that relationship with yourself. It ain't gonna happen like that. It don't supposed to, man. Maybe it's meant for you to take the slow road to perfectify you. You don't want it quick and fast. You want it to be right when it be right. You maybe need to go through some changes, Mark. And I have learned that about me. Maybe I need to be placed around people I don't like being with. Maybe I need to be placed in situations where I can't simply get out of, where I just can't talk my way out of. Maybe I need to be placed in stuff like that. Maybe I need to be in an uncomfortable position at a substantial amount of time, 8 hours, 10 hours a day. Maybe I need that. But it's all up to me if I give up and go back. It's all up to me, Mark. It ain't no circumstances that can make me stop doing what I'm doing now, but me. I'm not gonna blame Satan for it. I'm not gonna blame God. I can't blame the circumstances. It's all about Willie.
But see, I don't blame nobody, because the first step to overcoming any problem is to always first admit you have a problem. So I don't blame nobody.
Right.
It's not nobody's fault. It's my own fault.
You know what though, and let me share something with you about and I'm glad y'all did the conversation like that, but let me share this with you on the other side of that. See, myself, I believe that wherever you at, if you, when you are a believer in God, and when you say, I want to cast all my cares unto Him, that means that when you really and truly do that, you have to do nothing. So in other words, if you really believe that, and I believe this because me knowing each and every one of you, what we've all gone through, I know that one thing for sure, brother, wherever you at is where you're supposed to be in your life. Wherever you at, whether you're in your gang society, wherever you're at, God has a purpose and a plan for every man's life. But it's all in God's timing. And the only way that you can escape anything is you have to know that the only one that can overcome and take you through what you're going through is God. And if you really believe that faith about God, you will know right where you're at this point in moment is where you're supposed to be. And you keep God first. Because if you keep God first, He'll pull you through. And so that's where it's it's a tough thing because change, as we talked about, change hurts, man. No, and the thing about it, like we said earlier, you try to make a change and the other person don't seem to understand your change. They don't understand you, all they understand is themselves. You know, everything becomes selfish when everybody's struggling. When two people are struggling, they both are trying to pull because they both trying to keep them sinking. So until they can come to an agreement among themselves and understand it, you have that pull. But you are right. Man, I'm going to tell you, trust me, you're right where you're supposed to be. You know, GR, everyone here, we're all right where we're supposed to be. One place for sure is we're here trying to get help. If we wasn't trying to get help, I'm pretty sure people not here just for Joe. You know, because I brought Charles, he didn't want to go to work today. No, I'm just kidding. That was one of the things I told him. He to go to work. You go to work under the meeting. Yeah, but no. So all in all seriousness, you understand what we're saying? No, it's so right where you at is where you got to just keep God first. I have never told anyone that they need to get off drugs. I never told anyone they need to stop doing whatever they're doing. All I'm saying, and I've always said, is keep God first and keep the faith with someone else. And I have faith in you, you know, and I have faith in everyone in here. See, so I can't put you down because you got one addiction and you're trying to recover from one thing, and I'm trying to recover. I'm no better than nobody in here. You know what I mean? Here's my friend Mike. We got businesses. You know what I mean? Finance is not our problem. You know what I mean, Mike? I mean, you know, so it's not about that. You know what I mean? It's about just living your life and being happy, living your life, and finding inner peace within yourself. You know what I mean? But it's not like nobody don't have problems. We have problems too. We have problems when people don't show up to work. You know, you got one man in charge of certain things. One man can put your whole job, your whole company in jeopardy. Just don't let him show up, and he's the only one who knows how to do what he's doing. So don't think that, you know, it's a recovery and being able to overcome things, you have to have a faith and a confidence in something other greater than yourself, or you lose your whole peace of mind. You know, so no matter what goes on in life.
You say keep God first. I know God, I love God. Sometimes I don't care to even hear from God. I'm just being real with you. Like sometimes I care less about God. Straight up. Like, because when I be going through what I'm going through, God not right there right now. But this is the standpoint I had. But see, I know my Creator and I know He's all real.
Exactly.
But us as human beings, we have this side of us that says, you know, that allows us to say, that's our volition that He gives us to say, oh, you know, I don't care, you know,
That's
about
true.
God sometimes.
You're going to do that too. I do that too
When you're
sometimes.
going through something, sure, that God ain't there right then when that pain hurts.
Exactly.
That bottle might be right there, that pistol might be right there, the cigarettes might be right there, that crack might be. And that's what you fall on.
Right.
So now, how do you build yourself to that point to where you lean on God like you would lean on that drug or whatever it is that you, where do you get that strength from?
Well, you know, and I think that the ladies, they can answer that, but probably some of these ladies here who've gone through those changes, like yourself there, who've gone through, her mom was an evangelist, and, you know, and so she was brought up to believe in the Word of God and all these things that are going on in her life, and the other ladies here. So, I mean, I think they probably can give you a better answer. You know, because I'm pretty sure you may have had some kind of Bible where this God that's supposed to be so much in our life. You know, I'm here